Hey everyone, Thursday. How's everyone's week been? Is anyone on holidays yet for Christmas? I don't know. I don't get holidays, so I don't know what day most people finish. I know school down here finished today for most people, but I don't know. A lot of people have knocked off work already. The lucky people. Seen any live music this week, people? Let us know who you've seen and what you've been up to. Let me know in the comments if you're there so we can make sure that they're working. Tonight we've got an extra show with Casey Barnes joining us to have a bit of a chat. He's still got some shows left for this year, and we're going to have a talk about that and where you can find him and how you can get tickets. Hi Angelique, how are you? You on holidays for Christmas or still going at work? Well, we might welcome Casey into the room. Hi Casey, thank you for joining.
Good evening from dusky Currumbin on the Gold Coast. It's nice to be here.
Looks nice there. It's really nice here too. We've got the best temperature.
And you were just saying,
yeah,
it was like 34 degrees in Tasmania. That's ridiculous.
It's incredible. We've had beautiful days. I just watered the garden and the steam was coming off the ground. I thought, wow, I haven't seen that in so long.
Wow. Yeah, I can't remember 34-degree temperatures when I used to live in Tassie. That's if we ever hit a max of 20, it was like everyone's heading to the beach. It is beach time, shirts off. We go to the gorge. Yeah, it's 20 degrees. It's hit the big time.
Oh, thanks, Brett. I hope somebody gives me cookies because I don't have any here. Someone, Brett just said he hopes that Mrs. Claus made cookies. I haven't made any actually. I made sausage rolls.
G'day, Brett.
We've got Angelique has joined us, and
hello, Angelique. Looking forward to seeing you in Tamworth, mate. Finally going to be down there, so we've got a couple of shows that we can talk about. G'day, Tegan. Look who's joining Danny. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. You're in, Albury, is that right? Are you still down in Albury? Is that right? I think from memory.
So I think. Are you still working? How many days have you worked in a row now, Tegan? Because last time I heard it was 100 and something days without a day off. She was just going crazy. So you've just finished, what a year, honestly. I've got so much in my mind of your year. So we saw you down here last in March. What has been going on since?
Well, it's been pretty busy. It's been, I guess, really lucky at the start of the year. We sort of, started recording the new album, and what started out as a bit of a, wasn't really a joke, but it was a bit of a pie in the sky sort of thing. The boys that I record, we sort of said, we think this album's going to be your best one yet. We really, you want to make sure you get the right team around you for this album. And they said, who would you love to work with? And we sort of were joking. I said, I'd love, my ultimate would be to team up with someone like Michael Chugg. And I think he's, amazing at what he does. And it started out as a bit of just, a bit of a pie in the sky conversation. And then what do you know, here we are. It's been a lot of going back and forwards and a lot of meetings and stuff. But yeah, very lucky to sign on with Chuggy and Chugg Music, and it's started to open a lot of doors. And we've been pretty busy this year, and just got back from some shows over in America, and which were great as well, and nearly finished the album, and very excited to get that out early next year.
I cannot wait. And I mean, if what we've already heard is a taste of that album, it's going to be brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Joe said, Joe, are you cooking for New Year's Eve still?
Oh, Joe.
I hope cooking.
I'm on a diet, Joe, every day. I'm running every day just so that I can drop a couple of kegs to eat all your slices and your cakes when we come down to Tassie.
Oh, tell me that.
Was just looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that she does pack that car full of goodies, because I'm not planning on eating the week before, so I can finish all her food.
And the funny thing, Joe, you've got competition. There's another lady, I can't remember her name, but she sent me a message on Facebook yesterday asking me what flavoured muffins I want, whether we want caramel or chocolate. So I don't know what we're going to do. But it's going to be a lot of naughty food.
A mix of flavours. Let's go with raspberry and white chocolate.
Ooh. Man, there was one that you made, Joe. I'm trying to remember. It was a slice that had like licorice all sorts in it or something. That was my favourite.
Yes,
that was.
Don't worry.
I'm running hard, Joe.
Tamara said the groundwater was awesome. She's just popped up.
Oh, thanks, Tamara. That's definitely one of my favourite, if not my favourite festivals that we do. It's just such a well-run event. It's getting bigger every year, and getting to play main stage this year was definitely a highlight. So we love that.
And main stage was great. Look, every year it's great, but it certainly was. Joe's going to do salted caramel muffins. Oh,
as well.
Yeah.
Holy crap! All right, I might go for a run. I might go for a run now while I talk to you.
Yeah. I don't think you can't stop running until now.
Actually, if I start now, I could probably run to Tassie and just get the boat across
for next year,
and then run to Smithton. We'll be there.
Yeah, all the way to Smithton. Yes, 3.5 hours from here. 3 and a bit hours. I don't know. I haven't been to Smithton for so long, so it's going to be awesome.
Either have I, actually. It's been a long time. I mean, for those that don't know, I don't know how many people are tuning in at the moment, but I actually grew up on the northwest coast of Tassie. So I grew up just outside of a little place called Ulverston, and it's a little place called Turners Beach. So I went to school in Ulverston and Devonport and played a little bit of footy up at Smithton back in the day. It used to be, a long time ago now, but yeah, lots of good memories.
Do you miss it?
Absolutely. It's every time we go back to Tassie, I just think it's something about the place, and especially the people down there. They're so down to earth and real and authentic, and it's always nice to go back. So, we have a blast every time we go down. I think the last time we were down, when we came down for the Mathina event, that was a big night. That was a very big night.
That was a great event. And that was so many people came to this tiny little country town just to, enjoy country music. It was awesome. It was so good. Well, this time it's going to be just as big.
Yeah, for New Year's Eve. So actually, I could go inside because it's getting. I was outside here for the sunset, but she's just about disappeared now. So I'll keep talking to you, and I might move inside so it's a little bit lighter.
It gets so dark over there so quick.
I know what's going on. It's that's one thing about Tassie, that it's great. Noma, how are you, Noma?
Right, Noma and I were talking earlier today because Naughty Nana is coming down tomorrow night, and she's going to stay between here and Noma's place. So we've been talking, and we're all getting ready to come down to Smithton. So for those of you who haven't already heard about it, Smithton Rodeo have New Year's Eve plans for anyone in Tassie. We've got Casey coming down to play, Jake Sinclair coming down to play, and Brad Cox coming to play. So who's got tickets already, and who's have you got any other gigs, Casey, between now and New Year's?
No, thankfully we just got off a pretty crazy 3 days out at sea, which was actually so much more enjoyable. I've never done a country themed cruise before, so I went into it having no idea what I was in for. I was actually a little bit frightened. I was like, we're going to have all these, trapped on a boat for 3 days, and anything could happen. But it was so good. It was so much fun. Everyone on board the boat was, really lovely, and the shows went great, and we had a blast. So we've just come off that, and now luckily have a little break for Christmas, and then we'll gear up to head to Tassie for New Year's Eve, and then it'll be Tamworth after that.
You just don't stop. Now I did look at the boat cruise, and that looked pretty fantastic. Were you scared going on that with Wazza? Because he certainly made your trip quite interesting.
Oh, well, if anyone's ever seen any of our shows, you would very well know Wazza. And if you haven't been to one of our shows, then I'll urge you to come along just so you can meet Wazza and his antics. He's a very funny man. He plays drums for me. He's one of my best friends, and we get along very well, and we have a lot of stupid banter between the two of us. And when we were on the boat, there was a lot of things that he decided he wanted to reenact the scene out of the Titanic on the side of the boat, which got a little bit awkward. Hang on, what's Scott saying here? Pinot Cruz, after your Titanic reenactment with Wazza on deck, did he take you back to the cabin and sketch a naked try? I forgot about that part. God, no. That did not happen. That did not happen. But it was all Waz's idea. I think there's a video up on bloody Facebook somewhere. But it was fun. We had a lot of fun, and we did a couple of other videos about responsible drinking when on a cruise, a country cruise, and how to go about it, and which was all a bit tongue in cheek and just a bit of good fun.
Don't stop drinking wasn't the message. Don't stop drinking.
Yeah, and don't fall off the side of the boat.
Mm.
All of those really important things. But it was great. There were no incidents on the boat. Everyone was really well behaved, and it was a really good mix of acts too. We played Caitlin Shadbolt, who was fantastic, and the boys from Route 33, and then James Blundell as well. So it was a really good mix, and we had a great time.
And did you find I haven't done a cruise. I did nearly do that cruise, to be honest. But is it, the crowd, you get to know each other really well. Those few days out at sea, you get time to really meet everyone and make new friends.
You do. You really do. And I think that was that. I mean, whether it's the country cruise or Groundwater Country Music Festival or any gig we do, I think the thing that I enjoy the most is, when you get to catch up with people, but when you make new fans, when someone, I guess Groundwater was a big one for us this year, and we had so many people message me after the festival saying, we hadn't seen you before, but we're now fans. We saw your show, and we're on board, and we're fans. And the same thing with the P&O cruise. There were a lot of people that might have just gone for James's show, and they came for our show, and then we've converted them to new fans, and that's really great. We love that, and it's always a goal for us to try and put on good shows and have a lot of fun at the same time. And it's good.
So much. I'm coming next year. Got to come next year. I'm doing a lot next year.
You've got to do one.
I don't know how I'm going to afford to live next year. I'd probably not eat. I'm going to give eating up just so that I can come on all these cruises.
Yeah.
So you've been back to your year because you've got so much on. You've been to the US a couple of times. How's that going for you? Are you going back anytime soon?
Yeah. Oh, look, it's been great. Very lucky to go over a couple of times. So we did some recording over there in Nashville for the album. We did some writing, and then we were lucky enough to go back across and most recently play at the World Finals for the PBR in Las Vegas, which was just incredible. It was such a great experience, and it's all next level over there. It's everything is just bigger and more budget, and it was fantastic. So that was a great opportunity. And then we went to Nashville, and we're actually there at the same time as Brad Cox, which was quite funny. And so he was over there as well. We both were doing some showcases for there's a big booking agency in America called WME. So we both did separate showcases on 2 different nights in Nashville, and then we also recorded. We did this little thing that's coming out tomorrow, which was a lot of fun. We went into a studio there and did this thing called the 615 sessions, which is where you take one of your songs, which we recorded an acoustic version of A Little More, which has been one of the recent singles, and then we also did our own version of a cover, and we got to pick any cover that we wanted to do, and we decided to put a bit of a country acoustic spin on Tones and I, Dance Monkey, which it turned out great. It was really good. So we did that, and they both come out tomorrow, so keep an eye out for those.
So where can people find those tomorrow?
Well, you can. The cool thing about it is they do a studio recording, which they film, so they'll be both up on YouTube, but they also release both the songs on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes, and so it'll be all over those platforms as well.
Keep an eye on it, because we might try and share the link tomorrow for you, and let people watch, because that sounds like so much fun. So, are you not planning on moving to the US? You're staying here in Australia? Is that your answer?
At the moment, no. Look, I'm happy, very happy on the Gold Coast with my neighbours up the road. We've got Maddie Cornell, who literally lives around the corner from me, and Adam Brand's here, and Kernigan, and Natalie Pearson. There's a heap of us that are here on the Gold Coast now, and we absolutely love it. So, I mean, I'm happy to keep going back and forwards to the States and stay here as long as I can. And but yeah, I mean, next year it'd be great to do a little more in the States and keep pushing things over there. But I think the focus at the moment is this new album's coming out, and we'll announce a national tour, which is exciting. That'll be coming. The dates will be released the end of January, and we're going to be traveling all over Australia. So we'll be doing, Tassie, Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, and some other places that we're looking into at the moment. So it'll be a big one.
Big year for you. Big year. Now, you've got coming up in January a Golden Guitar nomination, so congratulations.
Thank you.
How exciting.
Yeah. Look, very unexpected, and I think it's hard because when you don't release an album in a given year, like my last album came out, well, it'll be nearly 2 years now. So in March it'll be 2 years. So I didn't have an album out this year, so I was sort of never eligible for the album categories or male artists of the year and all that sort of stuff. So I didn't expect anything, but it was nice to to get one. So we'll see how we go. Hang on, what's Andrew saying? Security hasn't received the latest update yet, mate. We're going to need you, Wisey. I hope you'll come to Smithton, mate, because we have a role for you. We have probably many roles for you on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, holding our drinks for us, and next drink.
Taking care of the riffraff, keeping the bulls away, mate.
Passing us another drink. Scott said that great to hear you'll be staying with us, mate.
Not going anywhere just yet, mate. No, but in saying that, it's great to see there's so many Aussies kicking down doors at the moment. You've got everyone from the Buckleys who are just sort of starting out. They're doing some great things over there, and then the boys from Seaforth and Morgan Evans he's killing it over there. So it's really great.
Absolutely.
Jan.
Nana is. Oh, he'll be there.
Good Andrew. Boy, Andrew.
No,
mate, you're going to have to help us eat all the cakes and the slices.
Yes. This is going to be that much. It's going to be that much food. It's going to be fantastic. Can't wait. Now, Naughty Nana's about to get on a plane and come down here, so she's been out watering her garden, ready to come to Tassie. There's a lot of people coming over from the mainland this year for this weekend. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I lost my train of thought just then because I was too busy reading comments. Casey, are you bringing the band to Smithton, Jan has asked?
Jan, yes, of course we are. We are bringing the whole band. Everyone's coming. Wazza will be there. He's got some surprises in store. He's been working on some new jokes, and now we're all coming down. The boys are really looking forward to it. And some of my band are also from Tassie. My guitarist Anthony is originally from Tassie as well. So we've got at least half of us are originally from Tassie.
I mean, we do breed the best down here. We are pretty good.
Wolf Brothers. There's a few of us, Tassie's a great place.
Good place for music. We don't have a lot of other stuff to do.
Sport. Music and sport.
Music and sport is absolutely. I don't know how we're good at sport because when we get outside, it's not always very nice. But we are. Now, a little bit. You had released a single with Izzy Lancaster a couple of weeks ago. How's that going?
Yeah, look, it's going great. It's funny. Like A Little More was the single that was still pretty new. I mean, that one's kicking along really, really well, and it seems to be getting a lot of radio support. And but it was nice to bring out something that was, I brought out a lot of the up tempo sort of country rock tracks, and which are great. But this particular song that I did with Missy. It's a funny story, but I was over in the States earlier in the year, and I was doing some songwriting in Los Angeles with a good friend of mine called Haley Warner, who is an incredible songwriter. And we were writing. We broke for lunch, and we were in the car going to grab some sushi, I think it was at the time. And she said, "Look, there's this one song. I think you'd be perfect singing on it." And she wrote it with the boys from Seaforth, and she played it to me, and straight away, as soon as I heard it, I just went, "This is incredible. I'd love to be able to sing it." And so we decided to do it, and then right at the, we were going to release it originally with just me singing it, but then Chuggy and the guys said this would actually be great as a duet. And was there anyone in mind that you'd love to collaborate with? And for me, Missy Lancaster was a no-brainer. She's just, I'm a fan of her work, and she's such a lovely girl, and she's got a great voice. And sent her the song, and she loved it and said yes. And then it just all came together really well.
It's a fantastic song. I love it. It's definitely, actually, it's on the Country Kickback playlist. So if anyone hasn't heard it, they can jump on there and have a listen after we've finished, obviously. Jen has actually asked another question. She said that you've been releasing so much music. So tell me, what comes first, the lyric or the melody?
Oh, that's a good question, Jan. For me, I am a big melody person. So I generally, my phone is full of lots and lots of ideas that I'll just get when I'm playing the guitar, and I'll, record it into the phone. And so a lot of the time for me, it's the music first, and then the lyrics sort of come second. And I'm lucky to work with a couple of great songwriters who I'm actually heading back down to Melbourne next month to finish the album off. And I often go down there with ideas, and I'll and that's how we work. But I've been doing some songwriting with some guys over in the States as well. This country duo called Brown and Grey, who are amazing. They're a husband and wife country duo, and we've written a couple of tracks on the album, and they've just turned out really, really well. So I'm excited for you guys to hear those. One of them we're looking at bringing out early next year.
Excellent. So you've got a few more singles to come. Have you got a title for the album yet? Not yet.
We've got some tentative ideas, but I won't say anything because nothing's confirmed yet, but I've got a couple of ideas, yes.
Is that hard?
If you guys have got any ideas, let me know too. I'd love to know.
Actually, that would be good. To be interesting to see what people think your next title should be. But do you find that hard? One of the harder parts, just titling your album? Actually,
yes, 100%. Like writing a song comes naturally, but I think because an album's such an important thing, it's this huge lot of work that you've put so much effort into. For me, this has been a 2-year period since I last released my previous album, The Good Life. So it's a lot of work and a lot of time, and you want to get it all right, and you want to sum up. With the last album, The Good Life just seemed like the perfect title because it was just, it was a positive album, and it was actually one of the lyrics out of one of the songs, and it was all. Yeah, it was just the perfect fit, but nothing is locked in yet. But I have a couple of ideas. Yep,
you might have to put them in a hat and draw them out when it comes down to the last couple of choices.
Yes.
That's often something I wonder how people go about that, because I think you're making such a statement with your title. So
yeah, it really is it's a big thing. It's a big thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So next year you've got a new album, new tour. Where can people? Are you going to have pre-sales for this new album when it comes out?
We will. There's a lot of announcements coming for those listening in. There's a lot of announcements coming at the end of January. So that's when we'll sort of announce when the album's going to come out. We'll announce the tour. That's the plan. We're sort of just working through all the logistics of it at the moment. It's scary. I've been on the road, and I've done a lot of shows over the last couple of years, but this will be the first time, going out and doing a headline show on my own. So it's a big deal, and it's very nerve-wracking, but I think it's time to do it, and I'm excited.
Are you going to have a support act, thinking of that sort of line?
Yeah, definitely. There's a couple of people we've got in mind, and a couple of friends that are keen to be part of it. So, and we're looking at doing a couple of little standalone things as well that I won't say too much, but we're working on a couple of little surprises as well.
It'll be great. I cannot wait. Now, we were talking earlier, I know you've got some new merch on order, but merchandise, you've got new t-shirts out at the moment.
We do. What were we going to say?
Yeah, sorry, you go.
Oh, well, we were talking off air before we started, and we had trucker caps, and they sold out straight away. So it was great. We had these caps made up, and they didn't last long. So we'll have to get some more of those. But we've been selling a lot of the t-shirts. We've got a heap of those, and we've got kids ones as well. And so be bringing those down to Tassie. We sold a bunch of those up. Actually, we were up at VDM Fest, and we sold a heap of them up there. So we'll have those, and then obviously CDs as well. And I think we're doing a special on the website before Christmas, doing a little bundle where you can grab an album and a T-shirt together, and I think you get a discount.
I think I saw something about that earlier, actually, on your Facebook or something.
Yeah, we got your order, Danny. It's on its way. So
another order. Now, I'm not sure. I think she's referring to the Viper Creek underwear. Is that right, Joe?
Was his merchandise going to rival Viper Creek's merch? Well, if his merch song that he does at every set has anything to do with it, yes. It's about time we actually brought some of his ideas out. He has some really cool merchandise ideas.
Yeah.
One of them is this coffee table pop-up book that we've been talking about for years. That's a bit of a joke, but it would actually be funny if we actually did it.
It'd be pretty funny.
I don't think anybody wants to see it, to be honest, but imagine our band. I mean, we've got this, my drummer who's a 50-year-old man. We don't want to see him, without his gear on. I don't think anyone needs to see that. So I don't know. We'll rethink it.
I think you could do something along the lines that surprise people, but it would be pretty funny, actually.
We actually really want to do something like along those lines, but anyway, we'll see what happens.
It's too. You've got so many. Honestly, if you go with your jokes and the things that you've said over the years, you'd have so much merch, so much, and I think it would sell like crazy.
One of the latest things was that he just makes it up on the spot. He's actually very brilliant at this sort of thing. And when we were doing the cruise, he was talking about being able to buy Casey Barnes seedlings. Like, you can get the things that bullies, and they grow into little mini Casey Barneses and doing all these weird things. I don't understand.
Wow, grow your own Casey Barnes. Jo needs new undies, so she wants undies like the Viper Creek band. Do you want Wazza undies, or do you want Casey Barnes undies?
I think probably prefer Wazza undies, to be honest. Jo?
Let us. Yeah, that's that. She might get a pair of each. Bloody, I don't know. I missed that comment. I'll try and get it on the screen.
Don't step on the coffee, Barnesy. Maybe Wisey can make a guest appearance in the coffee table pop-up book.
Just at the end or in the middle?
Ladies would like to see Wisey.
He'd love that, I'm sure. Brendan has popped in. He's just turned the room and he said, "Merry Christmas and all the best for 2020. Merry Christmas, Brendan.
And one of the nicest humans in country music. And he's very nice, very supportive.
Absolutely. They do some wonderful things. Actually, they sent me down. They went to the Becky Cole the tour in Queensland, and they sent me a lovely poster signed from there the other day. I got home and it was in the mail. It was just beautiful. They're wonderful people.
Yeah, we'd like to climb them if it's possible.
Yes, absolutely. I think we should do that. We need to look into that. Well, I am not going to hold you up anymore tonight. I'm starting to lose my voice on you. I just wanted to touch base, though, because anyone that hasn't got tickets for 2 weeks' time, you can still get them from the Smithson Radio.
Yes. Friends down in Tassie, anyone tuning in that has friends, family down in Tassie or is still looking for plans for New Year's Eve, it's going to be myself, Brad Cox, who's doing massive things at the moment, Jake Sinclair, who is fantastic. He's coming down. So yeah, grab your tickets.
I will try and pop the link in now for you while we're talking, if you like, so that you can get your tickets, because it's going to be huge. It's
going to be great. There's going to obviously be a concert, but there's all sorts of stuff going on if you're into your bull riding and all that sort of thing. That's obviously all part of it. So it's going to be a good weekend.
It's going to be massive.
You always presume New Year's Eve is on a weekend, but I don't even think it is.
I think is it Tuesday? Is it a Tuesday?
Yeah, it's going to be a great Tuesday.
It's going to be a huge Tuesday. I'm going to try and do this. This is really hard for me. I'm not that good at technology. So let's see if this works. Has it come up? I don't know if it's an actual link or if it's just the website, but there you go. You can get tickets from. So if you haven't got them, jump on and get them. I know, Brett, you're coming. The MC Radio Crew. Are you doing the MC for this one, Brett? 2 nights of great music. But yeah, that's the other thing, is that it doesn't just go for one night. It's not just the 31st.
2 nights.
It's the 2 nights.
Right.
So what great. You can't ask for a better event over New Year's, because it's not probably going to be as warm as Queensland.
No, I'm glad you told me the weather update. I'll be packing the jacket.
Definitely jacket, and it's not meant to rain. It's meant to rain on the 30th, but not the 31st at this stage. But it isn't going to be the warmest New Year's. Oh, you can see the link. Is the link working, Brendan? Let's have a look. But anyway, so we won't hold you up any longer. I'm sorry we've taken so much time. But what if, when you fly down on New Year's Eve, we might do a couple of lives from the show for those that aren't lucky enough to make it down, and let people see some of the music, and then they'll know where to come next year.
To my friend.
Thank you very much. Have a great Christmas. Yes, it's bedtime now. It's not even dark here. It's dark over there and we're still daylight. It's crazy.
What's going on?
Oh, it's so good. I mean, Tassie, it's the best. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining again. Oh, my cat is joining. She better not jump. I don't have a show now until New Year's Eve, so that's our next. We're having a bit of a break for Christmas next week because I'm working. But have a great Christmas, everyone, and stay safe. And we will see you on the New Year's Eve, and have a bit of a chat. Thank you so much for joining us, Casey.
My pleasure. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
You will.